Hyper Aware of a Spiritual Realm by E.N.E. Chapter 10. It's okay to hate death. It was never meant to be this way. Yet here we are. This is the world we have been born into. Beautiful, fleeting, painful. I don't believe we were ever meant to say goodbye, to be hurt by someone we loved, to be betrayed, suffer mental and physical illness, to have to seek help for the ways in which trauma changes us. This might be a strange thing to admit, and I'm not sure if anyone else has done this, but I wrote out a sort of will when I was about 18. I believe I wrote out what music I wanted played at my funeral. I think I asked for a sleep song to be played. I wanted to be covered in petals and garbed in white. I think the last thing I wrote was, please don't let anyone feel bad for the ways they grieve, and make sure to emphasize death is not the end. Even though I've been aware of loss since I was a small child, I've never felt it was okay or normal or just, quote-unquote, a part of life. Whether it's losing an important relationship, someone's trust, losing a beloved pet, dreading the day you may lose someone you love, even if it's a character in a story you love. Grief is such an ugly, yet inevitable thing. I see life itself as such a miracle. What do you mean I was able to wake up again this morning and I'm breathing air into my lungs? I have known the rain one too many times. It's why I see light as something almost unbelievable, stunning, and life-changing. Even something as simple as enjoying food feels like a miracle to me. There have been times I lost my ability to eat, let alone enjoy food at all. So it feels amazing when I can. It's literally the most simple pleasures in life that mean everything to me. I have also experienced what it's like to feel numb and not take in the world around me. That in and of itself feels like a death. When I feel like myself again, even just a little bit, it feels like breathing for the first time. When certain memories slowly come back to me after memory loss and severe dissociation, it's like learning all about who I am for the first time. I'm meeting myself and getting to know my story. It feels that way when I'm able to write, when I dance for a few minutes, when I walk in nature, when I'm finally able to fall asleep and not be in pain that keeps me up all night. When I let myself have fun and suddenly I feel like my child self again in the positive sense. It's incredible to me to see how resilient people can be, even though we're also so fragile. You would think those two things wouldn't go hand in hand, but it's part of the human experience. Loss will always be hard, no matter what form it takes. This chapter was the one I dreaded writing the most. I think other than the one where I covered family. In a lot of ways, I think it's easier to talk about all the forms of escapism I've had rather than face the deep hurt and fears of mine. Grief and trauma can feel so ugly. It's not something I can tie in a bow or make sense of. The unknown makes me feel the most frightened. I think a lot of people can relate to that. One thing I can say is, moss will grow in dark places. Barren trees eventually bloom every year. Wildflowers abundantly scatter the ground. After a devastating forest fire, birds still find a reason to sing their song. I'll never know everything. All I know is the grief and joy I feel There are things I'll never understand in this life. I am one small human, in fact, shorter than average, so very small indeed. But God still wanted me. He intricately designed everything he did for a purpose and a reason. There are so many things that are not okay and will never be okay. But God is still good. He feels every painful experience with us. He never wanted this either. He never desired for us to go through horrific things. I have felt him beckon me time and time again to invite him into my suffering. He has never wanted me to go through it alone. Even when everything fell apart and there was darkness, there was God. When death felt like it had the final say and the earth was decaying, there were his hands. I'm trying to kindle hope for my future and a peace that comes from healing wounds from the past. I want to embrace what's possible and not be dragged through the ash. I still believe in blooming trees, though time decays all things. My tears can make something beautiful when, at last, it's spring. I'm not a slave to fear anymore. God took away that stain. Beautiful and fragrant things grow from the pouring rain. Your presence is medicine. Your words are an ocean of hope. I'm not a slave to this darkness. Not anymore. He is still good. The end.